Hi everyone, in this video I'm going to talk about three things about Amazon stock that smart investors know. I know there's been a lot of interest in purchasing Amazon stock now that it's down significantly off its highs. So let's look at the three things that smart investors know about Amazon stock. The first thing is to know that Amazon Web Services is the main event. If you're buying Amazon stock, that's where the profits are. In the trailing 12 months, AWS generated 76.5 billion in sales and 5.4 billion in operating income. Contrastly, the international segment had sales of 120.8 billion in and an operating loss of $2.5 billion. The North American segment had sales of 305 billion and an operating loss of 412 million. So the rest of Amazon's businesses, excluding AWS, is losing money. It's AWS that's bringing in profits. And so investors need to know that going in. Smart investors know this about AWS. That's why every quarter, every year, every month, investors are laser focused on what's going on with Amazon's web services segment because they know that's where the profits are. All right, the second thing about Amazon that smart investors know is that they overinvested in capacity during the pandemic. As you recall, during the earlier stages of the pandemic, many countries instituted stay at home orders or lockdowns where folks had to stay at home and brick and mortar businesses were closed. So if you wanted to shop for items that you needed that were not essentials, you had to go to online stores, and Amazon was the beneficiary of a boom in customer orders and a boom of customer signups, and so it had to invest in capacity in order to fulfill that burst in orders. And so Amazon went from 1.335 million employees in the second quarter of 21 to 1.622 million employees in the second quarter of 2022. Nearly 300,000 employees were added. That's a lot of people getting added onto your payroll. Additionally, Amazon's purchases of property and equipment had exceeded $50 billion in the trailing 12 months for five straight quarters. So they're spending billions of dollars adding warehouses, adding transportation cars, adding facilities, and all of the things, the logistics network that it needs to deliver on all of these orders. And so all of this spending that Amazon incurred during the earlier stages of the pandemic to meet the surge in customer demand was more than what it needed, right? It's hard to calibrate with precision how much you need to spend to meet this unprecedented boost in customer demand. So Amazon erred on the side of overinvesting, but now that's weighing on its expenses and it's weighing on profitability. And so investors need to keep this in mind that until Amazon delivers a little bit more revenue growth to catch up with all of these capacity investments, that profits are going to be constrained in the near term. The profits are going to be limited. Profit margins are going to be pressured until it can deliver some growth, and maybe as some of these employees quit, Amazon doesn't replace them, right? Every month there's a certain amount of employees that will quit, and so maybe Amazon doesn't replace them and says, all right, that's one way where we can reduce our expenses and bring our expense in line with our demand right now. All right, and the final thing that smart investors know about Amazon is its customer score is falling. Um, According to Set Metrics, as of 2019, Amazon boasted a net promoter score of 73, which was an excellent net promoter score if you look at the scale here. And according to Customer Guru, that figure had fallen to -8 by 2022. So its customer rating is falling. What this measures is how likely a consumer is to recommend Amazon to a friend, family member, or colleague. This is another way of measuring customer satisfaction and how happy a customer is with the company and how likely they are to keep buying from them and encourage others in their network to buy from them. And seeing this kind of decline is a little alarming and a little concerning. So investors are paying attention. I know I am paying attention to this trend and looking at the causes and what Amazon's doing to kind of bring this back in line. All right, so that's all I've got for this video on 3 things that smart investors know about Amazon. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. I want to thank the Motley Fool for sponsoring this video. Visit fool.com/Parkev for the 10 best stocks to buy now.